Did y'all know in Meadows, Virginia, Wythe County, Virginia, that there is a place that was a orphanage, a girls' reform school, and a hotel that had a saloon and a lot of other cool stuff in it right here in your park, right there, that is allegedly haunted. This hotel opened in 1888, and it was the center of a mining company where they had a saloon, they had mine offices in there, and they had a post office. And they also had rooms that you could rent. And it was booming when iron ore was being manufactured there. Well, in 1909, they shut the hotel down because, poverty came in when the furnaces shut down. And so they sold it to a church. And this church turned it into an industry reform school for women aged 14 to 20. And these ladies that were in the reform school, well, they had the crap end of the stick because they were either orphaned, they came from poverty and their family couldn't take care of them, so they sent them to this school, or they were on the street committing petty crimes and they got picked up by the law, and instead of sending them to prison or jail, they're like, you know what, we're going to give you a job, we're going to teach you a trade, and we're going to put you here. But they didn't realize how strict this place was going to be. These women worked in harsh conditions, and I mean harsh conditions, and they had long labored hours for the stuff that they were taught and they were making there. It got so bad at one point that these girls even tried to escape, and when they did escape, and a few did, were successful, some of them were brought back and then they were punished harshly. In 1938, it opened up as an orphanage, and it was an orphanage until 1962 when they had a fire in the top floor and it did a lot of damage and they weren't able to fix it, so they sent the children to other orphanage in Whiteville and they shut the place down. Eventually in 1986, the state bought the facility and the land, and they started refurbishing it to make it into a hotel, which that is what it is now. Now, I will say, whenever they did have that fire back in the day, I forgot to tell you this, there was no one injured. It was just structural damage. Allegedly, other than the women that worked in the industrial school, these people were treating some kids bad. The kids were mistreated. The industrial ladies were mistreated. There was just a whole lot of mistreating going on. And now with everything that's happened here, the trauma, the pain, the many people that's passed through here, it is allegedly haunted. And these stories are pretty understandable. Many people that have stayed there or have visited the park have reported hearing screams coming from this building or the outside that are supposedly the kids that were there. Someone might have debunked it and said that it's just the highway noise that you're hearing bouncing back off the house and into your ears. There have been reports of footsteps, children's laughter, the screams. There's EVPs that have even been caught at this place of children. And allegedly the children have been seen looking out of the windows, sadly, at people as they come and go. One of the apparitions that appear here is said to be one of the matron industrial teachers or supervisors that was there, and she appears to be stern, a little upset, and she gives the feeling of sadness when she's there. She's always watching over people when she does appear, and she gives a lot of cold chills. Other people have reported the sighting of what they think is one of the girls from the orphanage. She is constantly seen dressed in old attire around the 40s, and she likes to walk the hallways and in the corridors, and she is constantly seen looking around the corners at people, and this scares the mess out of them. Have you ever been to the inn at Foster Falls or the orphanage at Foster Falls in Meadows, Virginia? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a story yourself? I'd love to hear it. Like this video if you liked it, and y'all don't forget to follow me for more paranormal stories.